Hello everyone and welcome back to the And More Bus Videos YouTube channel. I'm in More Bus Videos, otherwise known as And More Central, depending on what day of the week and what video you're watching. And welcome to Totnes Road in Paignton with the lovely First Halifax 30856 W711 CWR. A very, very long gone bus, unfortunately. 30856 left us, I believe, at the end of 2016, I think it was. It was a non-DDA compliant and Disability Discrimination Act compliant vehicle, and it left us at the end of 2016. Halifax base ended up a fair bit on schools near the end of its life, and yeah, it's one that left us quite early on. However, in this video, we bring the bus back, we bring back the memory of it, we bring back the Olympia livery on an ALX400 with Halifax names on, and the old style, when the M-Ticket app for First had just come out, the old style stickers showing the day ticket price that is certainly a fair bit lower than it is now. All back for a run on the 35 route from Totnes Road up into Paignton, because at the moment there's apparently roadworks going on somewhere, so they're terminating them here, and then back out again and over to Totnes. I thought it'd be nice to do this run. We've done a lot of like the 1A, the 1B on the map recently, so I thought it'd be nice to do. Oh, that was a bit too zoomed. Thought it'd be nice to do something a bit different. There we go. 35 Totnes by Berry Pomeroy. Now this is an interesting situation to be in. I'm going to have to move the time forward whether I like it or not. Oh no, it stays there, okay. So I'll have to wait until the bus leaves at the time that it's scheduled to, I think. There we go. None of them are waiting for me, are they? No. I was hoping not, because I'm about to go all the way around the block to come back again. So it's been a while since I've driven the B7 ALX400. I saw it recently, and they've all just driven through some roadworks. I saw it recently and thought, yeah, you know what, I haven't driven it for a bit. I really fancy a drive. So here we are. I'm driving this again. I'm going to put, because it has been a bit, I'm going to put the arrows on, just in case. And I'm going to also set the weather to realistic weather. See if it loads or not, but put some realistic weather on, just for something a bit different. There we go, a bit of cloudy weather. So yeah, it's quite nice. I've still got the repaint packs installed, and you can still download them. I have gone into the numbers and the regs and put in a new fleet number and new reg in the system rather than typing it in game. Just that is so that you get the fleet number that you want in, because otherwise you will not get the fleet number that you want. So I've done it that way so I can get the fleet number in. And it's quite an easy system to do. You can put all the ALX400 fleet numbers in and regs in that you want, just make sure they match up on the lines. Easiest thing to do is either start at the bottom of the list or start at the top and add them in that way. That tends to be what I find the easiest way to do, because if you start trying to mess with them in the middle, you might get confused and you might end up mismatching your numbers and your regs. So here's a lovely bus is this. It is still a free to download vehicle, and because of how it's been open as a software bit for other people to use, it has also appeared in other different games since it was initially paid for OMSI. There's quite a famous clip of one of these in First Bible livery drifting around on one of the car racing games. I do hope we've not all stopped because everything's about to say, because if everything is letting everything out, and if we end up in a massive loop, we're then going to have a bit of an issue. There we go, that's a bit better. We don't want a big issue where everything is stuck in an infinite loop. Nothing can move. Oh, it's fine, boss, it's fine. There we go, let's go now that that minute's decided to drive through us. The air clearly hadn't built up where it should be.
Hello, lad.
Hello, mate.
Hello. Hello, lad.
This is going to be an Animal Bus Videos Get Stuck in Traffic video, I can just sense it. It's been a while since we've done one of them. Although to be fair, if you count the Spectrum Rare replacement, it's not actually that long. Although, I'd like to think that although we did get stuck at every single traffic light set going, and if it wasn't for me absolutely gunning it, I would have been very late. I like to think it wasn't the worst that we could have had with traffic. Oh, this is just going to kick off every time. Not the most ideal bus that we want in stop-start traffic, really. We're doing okay for time though. I mean, I always set off from Totnes Road a few minutes late, purely because it gives you that long to get up there. I mean, you don't need 5 minutes to get up there, so we're actually doing okay for time. Purely because I just got in the bus and went. But in fairness as well, with the time that it's given us to get to Totnes Road, we'll probably get there bang on time anyway. And it is a quick bus. I always choose the higher horsepower one as well. I always go for the 250 horsepower rather than the 215. I tend to find that the extra bit of horsepower, the extra 35, do tend to help with how I tend to drive on maps like this one. And I think it's going to be a busy run.
What is sweetie? Hi, handsome.
So we're due in at 8:55, so
Good morning, mate. How you doing?
just over 25 minutes time, and it is peak time morning, so
Hello.
that will explain the traffic. So yeah, we're going to get there. We're actually going to get there a minute late. We're going with the traffic lights. Believe it or not, a sign that we're doing a peak time morning run.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Oh. Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for B7s, especially on ALX400 bodywork. They've always just the bodywork on them. It was just one of the cases that when the Gemini came along, the bodywork on the ALX400 aged so much, unintentionally like, but because the Gemini bodywork was so futuristic, so modern at the time, and it's obviously absurd to think that now. With Gemini's being scrapped left, right, and centre, the B7 and even B9 variation. I can't now see that mirror. That wasn't a particularly good camera view. Yeah, it's odd to think that, but back then the Geminis were really sleek, really new, really modern bodywork, and the ALX400s just look like your old style Olympian bodywork, very similar to the Spectra effect, where the Optare Spectra looked old quite early on. It was unintentional, not a marketing strategy for any company, but it just looked old from quite an early stage. That just didn't help. It just when as I say, the Geminis came along, the market for the Optare Spectra just declined. Can hear the cooling fan kicking off already. This is gonna be a fun run. If the cooling fan is already screaming. But in fairness, these WCWRs definitely had an older B7 engine on them, and they sounded so different from the other modern counterparts. Like, they didn't sound like this. They sounded a lot rougher. From an early stage as well, sounded a lot rougher. So I don't know what was different in the drive power. It's not something I know, unfortunately, but definitely sounded different. Lovely busy bus. I also forgot how weak the handbrake is on this. Well, I've also misjudged the brakes, but it's fine. Right, 30. We're actually early. That'll do. We are actually early. So we'll wait a few seconds and then make a move. And then from here, I don't quite know what's changed with the run, but it's only half an hour. Sure, back in the day, it used to be a lot longer than that. Oh, we've got a 100 behind us and a 12 going over the top. And that's how you get through those traffic lights, because I do not like waiting at them. Do not like waiting at them one bit. Oh, I have forgotten how these sound with cooling fan on when it's intermittent. I never liked the ones where the cooling fan was just on full whack, because they were just tight buses. Because if you have to put the cooling fan on your bus full whack, then it means that there's something up with it, because it's clearly heating up too much. Something isn't working if it's heating up that much. I've stopped thinking there's somebody getting off and there isn't. Car wanted to let me out and then it didn't. But yeah, there used to be some. I mean, there's one that Shoreline Sun Cruisers have used in recent times, that was one of the old 308s, and the cooling fan's on whack on that, full whack. That means that there's something wrong with the engine. It means it's not getting the right levels with something, because what you can do with these fans is you can turn them on permanently, And if you turn them on permanently, it can sometimes mean that there's another issue that it's kind of a bodge fix for. There's another 35. All the people on this bus that used to catch the X35 that no longer exists. Tell them to go around all the houses on the standard 35 less. Still pulls very well. Say that there's a big passenger load on it. Still pulls very well. You can definitely feel what's quite good with this vehicle is you can feel, as you would do in real life, the weight difference, especially going around the corners where you've got a full, very, very busy / full bus. You can definitely feel the difference. I mean, these kind of buses that you want, where you can feel the difference, because it is realistic that when you're driving a bus with a full load on, it's going to drive relatively differently to how it would when you're empty. Gosh, that is one heck of a queue. Can definitely hear the underlying fan. And something I'm not a particular fan of with this is how the coolant fan will just disappear every time you stop. Even if you built it up and built it up and built it up, that a small number of these in real life, yeah, the fan would probably go off in a short run. But if you've been doing a long trip and the fan's on full whack, it's not going to instantly go off when you stop. It's like now it's come back. It has come back, but it'll take a bit to pick up, and it switches off when you're idle. And I just rather it be continuous. If it's gone on continuous, it then stays continuous. Although that's just me being really, really picky. Apart from that, it's a lovely bus. I mean, it's definitely in this game, it is one of the nicest vehicles to drive in game. One of the most responsive and easiest to drive. It's definitely, if you are starting off in OMSI 2 and you want to drive a UK bus and you want to, there we go. And you want to drive a UK bus and you not really know what vehicles are out there, this is the one you want to start with. This is the one you want to start with, and possibly on this map. Either this map or something like Oakford, although I do think Oakford you do require a few dependencies like this map, but something like this map, Cotterell or Oakford or something along the lines of, and that's what you want to start with. To get used to it, to grow off with the liveries, with the routes, with stuff like that, and then start expanding. Here we go into Berry Pomery. Now we are definitely early. Definitely early. This village square. 47. Yeah, we are a bit. Just a bit. We'll get a nice screenshot, and then I am going to bump up the time purely because bring the village to a standstill otherwise. If I sat the full 3 minutes here with AI traffic that can't overtake. There we go, it stayed on that time. I mean, it didn't have it idling, but I must have built it up that much that it stayed on. That's quite good. Stuff I didn't notice 101. Presumably in that case, then if it does stay on, I clearly wasn't flooring it enough. Clearly I never floored it enough on the 12 service. Although I would also imagine that the passenger amount on the vehicle and associated weight increase is possibly also a factor of that. That was definitely not planned. I was expecting the bus to break a little bit more than what I anticipated. But we still got everyone, even if we're right at the very edge of the bus stop bay. I think that downhill section has... I mean, it's coming back slightly, but slightly killed off the cooling fan. There we go.
Hello, mate.
Oh, hello. Are you driver?
I can't for the life remember if this is 2 lanes or not. Either way, we'll stop about here. Because you could just fit through there, but I can never remember if it's 2 lanes. I know that this bit is, because we're going to the bus line. Come on, boss. There we go. Thank you. Yes. Decide what you're doing. You're not getting off at that bus stop. Okay, I mean it literally is a bus stop, but okay. Okay. You wait there then. Well, welcome to the bedlam that is Totnes. Although to be fair, because this roundabout isn't here anymore, it isn't actually that bad. It was the roundabout that used to make it pretty bad. Although I do feel sorry for vehicles on that side road that have been blocked by cars and now blocked by a massive lorry. Everybody adamant to get in for 9 o'clock, not realising that we have traffic. But yeah, I've gone from being early, then leaving slightly late, then being back early again, to now being late again. Been a roller coaster.
Good morning. Hiya.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
No. Let's make a move. Didn't realise it had started raining. Just out of nowhere, I looked at the screen and it's like, oh, rain. I'd have thought the wipers would have gone up. Well, clearly wrong I was. Okay, and let's get our steering wheel back. We'll just have to do it manually. Lesson learned for future, remember wiper button shortcut, because clearly this bus needs it. confused as to why that's not come up. Should have... unless it's line that I've got to click. There we go, that's a bit better.
Jesus,
Oh,
he's driving
God.
this like a madman.
The worst driving I've ever experienced.
So there we go, so going from too early to... okay, I mean, it's definitely been a run. We have got in a few minutes late, but nothing you can do at the end of the day. If there's traffic, there is traffic. So get everybody off, and then we'll park up in the layover. An alright run, love the motor, can't fault it, it's done a good job. Only thing I do wish is I knew the keyboard shortcut for the wipers, because clearly that's something that you need in order to drive this bus. Because you can't just click it on the dash like you usually do. Although there is something coming up when you go over there. I don't know. Oh, we're getting a fuel warning light. That's exciting. So there we go, so that was the 35 route from Paignton Totnes Road to Paignton Memorial Avenue to Paignton Totnes Road, then finally to Totnes. A nice route, still enjoy it, a free to download map and a free to download bus and free to download V-Paint, so it's a pretty good combo all in all. If you have enjoyed this video, do be sure to click that like button so that more people can find it and enjoy like you have. And if you haven't already, do be sure to subscribe to the And More Bus Videos YouTube channel for more content like this from the simulation section, as well as an archive of around 6,000 backseat and engine-focused public transport videos from the UK and beyond. With buses, trams, trains and more, there's some fun on there for everyone, with additional 21 videos added per week. Once again though, I would like to thank you all for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next video, mate. Goodbye for now. Bye!